This is Sony Lynn, and you are now listening to the Anime Assembled podcast with your host, Indy Uchiha and John Forsaken Powers.
Yo, what's going on, man? It is your boy, Indy Uchiha, the nerd with the most, and you're back. As you see, you like the overlay? You see John? Oh, hold up, Robbie. See John up there? You see me somewhere over here? Oh, down here. See me down here? That's the way we do it. Another episode, season 2, Anime Assembled. I know it's been a minute, but we back at it, and this wouldn't be Anime Assembled without my co-host, John Forsaken Powers.
Yo, what's going on, guys? What's going on? It's good to be back.
Man, it's amazing to be back. We want to thank the amazing Sony Lynn for that intro that we've been using for the past year.
Clean. It's so good.
It's so clean. Make sure you go follow her at Sony Lynn, everywhere,
Yes,
Instagram,
please.
Twitter, subscribe to a Patreon account. Amazing content creator. So make sure you go follow her and check her out because she supports other content creators. But how's it been, man?
It has been one hell of an end to 2020, that's for sure. But it's good. It's good to be back. It's everything's looking up, everything's working out right. We finally got to come back, actually do this beautiful little love child we got going here called Anime Assembled.
Oh yeah. Attack on Titan's back. Jujutsu Kaisen is taking over the world. Boruto has actually got good. I mean,
oh my gosh, dude. I'm behind on Boruto. But oh my god, dude, so many big moves have been happening in the anime world, and there's just no way we couldn't come back and talk about it. This was kind of like, we're a little bit behind on everything, but don't worry, we're gonna catch up just like every other anime show that we're gonna catch up on.
Oh, most definitely. Talk about anime shows we need to catch up on. There's a little winter 2020 list that dropped. That you're a little upset about right now, man.
Hell yes,
I'm gonna go ahead and just blow this up. I don't know how many people it's not the best picture, you know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of anime that came back already.
Yes.
Yuraisekai Picnic, Alice in Deadly School, Beastars Season 2, which Beastars Beastars is dope.
It's on Netflix too, so it's even better because I can actually watch it somewhere like that I actually have a subscription to, because sometimes like there are certain things like we had to go get what I ended up getting like an HBO Max subscription recently. We resubscribed to Crunchyroll, of course we had to do that. I'm looking at other streaming services to subscribe to. It's been an experience, bro.
Yeah, definitely, man. We got ReZero Part 2 dropped.
Dude, that's good. I'm watching that right now, man. The first episode was crazy.
Ooh. Whoa, Did you know that Thursday, January 7th, that The Promised Neverland second season came out?
No, and that's why I'm upset. It's been out since Thursday, and I didn't even know about it. I didn't even know. Like, I failed all of my kohais and all of my senpais for that, dude. I'm supposed to be on top of that stuff, and I dropped the ball.
Oh, you got Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone coming back too.
I'm ready for that, dude. I saw that on the list, and I was like, oh hell yes, bro.
World Trigger, Back Arrow. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff that's coming back.
Log Horizon Season 3 comes out on the 13th. We've been waiting on that title for a couple years now, and that show is so good. It's one of those shows that when Sword Art Online was super huge when it first came out, people like as soon as you were done with Sword Art Online, go watch Log Horizon. Why? Just watch it, you'll understand. It is so good, and it didn't get as hyped as it should have gotten, but oh my god, Log Horizon is coming back, and I'm so geeked for it, bro.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know where that came from. That was just but no, Attack on Titan made its return. We're about 5 episodes in, I think.
5 or 6, something like
Yeah.
that.
Big things popping.
Oh my gosh,
Little
dude.
Aaron not stopping.
Oh my gosh, that man is stomping out a field storm, bro.
Yeah,
Whew.
yeah. It for those who I had to go back and watch like maybe the first 2 episodes of the first season and then like the last 2 episodes of every season after that, just to remember what the hell was going on, because this time jump is like no time jump before. Like they jump.
They don't even give us like a dead set for it, but like from all the story talking, it's like 4 years or so. And it's just like it kind of just throws everything on me.
Yeah, and then you're just trying to figure out who's who again. They're already looking for the successor to the Armored Titan. You get to see a couple of Titans that you didn't see before. You actually get to see how they work from the other side. And when you see that, I already see what they're trying to do. They're trying to create a compassion and humanize, you know what I'm saying, the people who have been the enemy, you know what I'm saying, for so long, and it's actually working.
To be honest, though, I was kind of rooting for them, not gonna lie. Yeah, and I feel bad because then I saw Aaron pull up, and I'm just like, everybody's about to die.
Aaron, no leg. You looking at Aaron like he done been through something, yo. Like I'm ready for that flashback to see what he's been doing for these 4 years. Like don't leave nothing out. Don't leave nothing out. I got to see everything that's going on. You got Jujutsu Kaisen taking over the world.
Ooh, that show, man.
Might have the most handsome senpai ever.
Dude, not even just that, bro. They have the coldest fucking ending. That ending, that EP at the end, bro. I cannot I literally will sit through that whole ending, and then I'd have to fight myself not to watch it a second time just because of how cold that shit is. Even the video they got for it is just so clean, man.
Yeah, you know what's bad with that though is that we know with another season coming, a new ending is coming, and it's like you're like change the intro, leave the ending. Change the intro, leave the ending.
Right.
Or if you're smart, make the ending the intro. And
oh yes. It's too good to give up. Like I'm gonna be so sad when they move on with it. But hopefully, hey, you never know. Maybe they'll have something even cleaner and even colder than that one. We don't know.
I hope it's into something the same vein, and maybe they just introduce new characters and add characters to that.
Like its own little story thing for it.
Yeah, like they add characters, and by the time the series ends, it's like this big Broadway production where they're all just like dancing and doing moves on the stage, and somebody and just do something like that, man.
Dude, that would be so cool. That
would be amazing. But there has been some huge news that happened while we were gone. You know, we took our hiatus. Mr. I wanted to graduate college and show us all up like you weren't already an encyclopedia.
I'm sorry, I had stuff to do. A lot of stuff happened.
Yeah, but man, there's a lot of stuff in the shake up in the anime world, and this might be one of the biggest things that I've seen happen in a long time. Sony.
Big plays, big brain moves,
big boy moves. Sony is buying Crunchyroll. Sony is in talks to acquire Crunchyroll from Warner Media, a $1 billion deal which could have massive consequences on the anime streaming world. After months of negotiations, Sony is in the final stages of acquiring anime streaming service Crunchyroll from Warner Media. Reportedly, Sony will be spending more than $957 million to add Crunchyroll to their repertoire. A huge jump from the $150 million they paid for Funimation in 2017, because Funimation is trash. Given the sheer size and popularity of Crunchyroll, this deal could have massive repercussions for anime fans all around the world. Plenty of questions surrounding the potential streaming wars, mergers, and partnerships have been flying. So let's summarize what we know of now. Will Sony become a monopoly? Sony Pictures Television already owns 95% stake in Funimation. In addition to housing Aniplex and international licensing companies such as Wacom and Madman Anime Group. With the addition of Crunchyroll, this could bring Sony one step closer to having a full-on monopoly over anime streaming. In these so-called anime streaming wars, the other competitors remaining are Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, and what I've been seeing ads for like crazy since this happened, High Dive. Each of which possesses varying levels of influence. Netflix is easily the biggest player, recently making exclusive deals with anime studios Nas, Science Sorrow, Studio Mirror, and Mappa. They've also had success with shows such as Devilman Crybaby, Neo Genesis Evangelion, and anime-influenced Castlevania, though they also stream many titles licensed to Funimation and Crunchyroll. Well, Crunchyroll, now we're just going to answer all these questions. We're going to answer all these questions before we just start to, you know what I'm saying, get into the talking
just
about
roll with it.
Go. So we're just going to roll with it. Crunchyroll merged with Funimation. Back in 2016, Funimation and Crunchyroll announced that two companies will partner up. Each site's catalog will fully be available to both Funimation Now and Crunchyroll subscribers. And Funimation will produce the dubs of Crunchyroll titles as well as their own. However, the deal came to an abrupt end after Funimation was acquired by Sony and Crunchyroll by AT&T in 2018.
Damn.
Now, the question remains, will history repeat itself? Both companies have undergone acquisitions and are likely to be reconstructed to fit the parent company's needs. So they each changed a great deal over the last 4 years. Despite their ever-evolving relationship, it seems that more than likely that Sony could potentially merge two companies under his watchful eye. Whether or not that will be good for consumers has yet to be seen. How will Crunchyroll work with other companies be affected? This is something that is close to my heart because you know me, I'm a Rooster Teeth fan.
Oh, hell yes. 100%.
So when it comes to the shows like Ruby, or when it comes to the new shows that we've been introduced to, like Tower of God, or
Noblesse,
God of High School, I wonder what's going to happen to these acquisitions. You know what I'm saying when it comes to this whole Sony takeover thing. So maybe they'll answer our question right here. Basically what they say is if Warner Media sells Crunchyroll, it stands to question how the two will continue their joint ventures moving forward. For instance, Crunchyroll previously partnered with Adult Swim Toonami to expand the block's anime lineup, but will this relationship continue? And now that Toonami remains with Warner Media and Crunchyroll is leaving, which is interesting to me because a lot of people who grew up watching anime, a lot of that came from them from Toonami. Right? Can't even hear you, buddy. Can't hear you at all. Not at all. Now I can hear you.
You can hear me?
I can hear you now.
Can't hear you.
You can't hear me at all?
How about now?
I can hear you now.
How about now?
I can hear you now.
How about now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. I was just like, oh no.
That's why I'm glad this isn't live.
See, you cut in and out for me. Hold on one sec, bro. Let me get a new mic.
And see
let me grab a new mic real quick.
And see, that's why I have this for you.
I appreciate. See, this is why I love you so much, brother. I need a new mic. I got such a bad setup right now.
That's why I have this for you. So.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully this'll work out. I'll grab me a new mic. No, is there one here for me to use?
Hi, Josie. I'm so glad we didn't go live and I can just cut this out.
Oh hell yeah, bro, dude! I'm super glad. You don't have a mic at all, babe. Okay, well I think it's working now, so I'm gonna roll with it and hopefully it stays. All right. If not, I'll switch mics. All right. Okay. So what was your question, by the way?
I was going down. Toonami is what introduced a lot of people that we know to anime.
Yes.
Different 100%. Stuff they were showing, Cowboy Bebop. Especially like Adult Swim, different things like that. I think I watched Ronin Warriors on Toonami. That might have been like WCIU or something I was watching Ronin Warriors on.
No, that would have never been on WCIU.
It wasn't on Toonami, I don't think. It came on on.
I think it was on Adult, like when it was just Adult Swim before Toonami was a thing. But I
No,
remember that.
because Ronin Warriors for me came on like early in the morning, like on before school or some shit like that.
Well, I mean, that's where WCIU would come in.
Yeah, I just can't
So,
remember what it
okay.
was, but I do remember rewatching it, actually completing it on like Adult Swim or Toonami or something like that, because
That's fair.
the last couple of episodes like aired on that. 'Cause I think it was on like one season of that series.
True. Yeah, but it was a good season. Like people loved that show. Like that's a diehard classic for a lot of people.
Yeah. So Warner would keep Adult Swim.
Okay.
But it said the SWV of Adult Swim, Jason Morado said, it's doubtful that the original co-production with Crunchyroll will be affected under the deal. But he expressed uncertainty about whether Crunchyroll will continue licensing its content to Toonami. So that honestly is something that could hurt Toonami. As for HBO Max, the only non-Crunchyroll anime they host is Ghibli.
But it's Ghibli though.
Yeah.
So you're like, do you really need anything else, my guy? At least for them, you know. I mean, I'm assuming that they're gonna end up picking up a lot of titles, but like Ghibli's a good start for them. Like that is everybody looks for Ghibli, even if you're not an anime fan. Ghibli films are there for like a lot of people.
Yeah. So it says, so if they lose the Crunchyroll library, they'll have only one, albeit powerful, show of strength in the anime market. VRV is another Warner Media property that depends even more heavily on the Crunchyroll library for subscribers, but it's possible that Sony could break the partnership. When Sony acquired Funimation, Funimation now was removed from the VRV bundle, and VRV added High Dive in an attempt to compensate.
Yeah.
So they say, in conclusion, for now, fans have no idea what lies in store for their anime, simply lying in wait until these mega conglomerates make all important decisions. Ultimately, the acquisition itself is an inherently scary thing. What worries people whether the choices made will benefit the consumer or the corporation. Now, this is something that worries me and has me a little issue about it, because we know Sony as a corporation is only worried about Sony.
That's true.
They don't seem to give a crap about the fans or the consumer. It's all about their bottom line and their bottom dollar. This is a move that could help their streaming services, especially on PlayStation 5, if they bundle
100%.
If they bundle something where you get PlayStation Now and you end up getting Crunchyroll and Funimation and all that with it, you know, or something like that, that would be crazy and could very crippling be crippling to Microsoft.
Yeah. See, I like the idea that you're going with, but at the same time, I feel like that they wouldn't go that route in terms of having it like a bundled thing, just because I feel like having everybody pay their own, like for each individual service, it gives them more profit overall, you know? Because like some people might not go for the whole bundle package because it's just like, well, I really only want Crunchyroll. You know, whereas like if they put all three of them, if you want one, you have to buy all three kind of thing. I feel like that'll deter some people and they'll try to go for an alternate route, such as like High Dive or VRV. Granted, their libraries aren't as, you know, huge as, you know, Crunchyroll and Funimation, but they do have a good, like a fairly decently sized collection. I know High Dive I'm actually looking into myself to get us a subscription to.
Well, High Dive promotes amazingly. Like, even if the library isn't that big, the way they promote is crazy. Like the one with the teacher who came in and wanted to learn more about her students, and his parents was gone. She popped up in his house recording them. I'm like, what is this? Like, I thought it was a commercial, like for medication or something like that, and it was actually a run for an anime on High Dive, and I was like, wow, that almost got me to subscribe by itself just to see what the heck, you know what I'm saying, that was.
Right. And on top of that, they're everywhere with these. Like it's on every YouTube advertisement you get. High Dive's one of them. Facebook, like every like certain amount of posts, there's a High Dive commercial. You know, like there is absolutely, like they are everywhere with High Dive, bro. Like even on just random websites, I'll see like a High Dive, you know, advertisement.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's them. Do you think that before this acquisition was being talked about, you saw nothing like that?
Not really, no.
It wasn't until after this happened. You think that's them prepping for just in case?
I feel like it, yeah, just in case if like Sony does a big flop on this. Granted, I mean, they bought Crunchyroll. They've been having Funimation. And Funimation actually they've been doing pretty well in terms of like maintaining their server just because like in terms of the quality of like episodes and stuff, you can stream higher quality videos on Funimation. Whereas Crunchyroll, granted, you could still do the high quality, but it's not as easy for certain users. Like for instance, like for me, if I'm not on my home Wi-Fi, I can't stream higher than I think it's like 480 or 720, sometimes 720. But it's just like, you know, on Funimation, I have no problem. It don't matter where I'm at. I could be at the bathroom at the Burger King, 2 towns over, and I can be streaming 1080p Attack on Titan on Funimation. So, like maybe see for me, my hopes is that because Sony has purchased Crunchyroll, they're going to correct that situation and they'll make it either it'll may be like a smoother kind of video quality or video loading, like where the video preloads before you even start watching the video kind of thing. That makes sense.
Yeah, but I never had problems with Crunchyroll on my phone. I only
Well,
have problems with Crunchyroll on the TV, and you know.
well, I'm sorry. I don't have such a fancy phone as yours, okay? I can't help that. I'm
I mean,
working on that.
if I'm going to watch anime, I'm going to watch it on Japan's best. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
you gotta watch Japan's best. But no, that's interesting. It's something we've been talking about in the chat for a minute.
Mhm.
And that article did help to break a lot of what was going on down. And I'm not gonna worry about it until it's done because this isn't even something that's a done deal. So
Well, I know that Sony has officially purchased Crunchyroll. It's just a matter of what they're gonna do with it now. If they're just kind of gonna, let the waters go, just let it go, or if they're gonna try to be, high risk on it in terms of like merging the two, or maybe disbanding Crunchyroll and Funimation as we know it, and it becomes kind of like Funnyroll or Crunchymation, like some, where it's both, streaming services mashed into one app. But like I said, I feel like they wouldn't make that kind of move just because, like you said, they're big on the profits, and I feel, having the two subscription services, it'll make it easier for them to get as much profit as fast as possible.
no, definitely I understand you on that. The other big news that we had come out that we haven't talked about
All right.
is I'm gonna let you get into this, man, because I know this is your bag right here.
Oh boy, hold on. Wait, is it what I think it is?
Yes, Magi.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Yes, boy.
Magi.
Yes. I'm super hyped about this. So the guy who created Magi, I don't know if you guys know Magi, but this show, you should know about Magi, however you want to pronounce it. This show was the thing back then. What I think it was 2011, 2013, something like that. It was huge. Everybody talked about it. It didn't matter what kind of genre arc that you were into. You talked about this show. This was the show. Okay. And it was super good. It was super popular. It had 2 seasons, which I'm a little sad. It also had the spin-off that was about Sinbad, which did also really well itself. But I mean, everybody wanted to know about Magi, right? Well, the creator of that show, he has another manga that's it literally kind of it's like a brother child manga of Magi that's also getting an animation, and I'm super hyped about it. It looks really good. The main character even looks like Magi himself, so I mean, who knows? Maybe there's like something there. There'll probably be a crossover or something. I don't know, but the show looks fantastic. So I definitely highly recommend checking it out. It has the similar like battle style. It looks like it's a magic battle anime, or at least it will be a magic battle anime from what the manga looks like. So super hyped.
Well,
So,
let's take a look at the article right quick from Anime News Network. Kodasha announced on Monday that Shinobu Orient Manga is inspiring a television anime. Kodashi is streaming a teaser video for the announcement, but not revealing the premiere date of the anime. We're not going to play that because of copyrights. But
true.
Yeah, but it's basically said it's publishing the manga in English and describes the story. At age 10, best friends Musashi and Kojiro, look, I said Kojiro right, sat in excited silence as Kojiro's father spun tales of evil demons who preyed on the innocent and the warriors who defeated them. Practicing swordplay, the two swear an oath to become the strongest in the world. This is starting to sound like Black Clover. But as they grow up, Kojiro turns cynical, and Musashi becomes to realize that he can't turn back 150 years of demon rule on his own. He's being called a prodigy with a pickaxe, and he's almost ready to settle for a life of labor. Yet he can't shake the feeling that he still has a responsibility to act, and soon the injustice of the world will force his hand. This sounds like, to me,
Black Clover
2.0.
Yep, with the look of Maki, and it looks good. You know, it's gonna have awesome fight scenes. If you actually check out Magi and everything, and you look at their fight scenes, it is over the top insane. Like it's so good, dude, and it looks beautiful too while they do it. You know, but I mean, don't take my word for it. Let the show speak for itself.
Yeah, if anything, with the style of art and stuff that's coming on, man, even from the different styles of art that we have, it just going from like we talk about Tower of God, we talk about God of High School a lot because of the art styles, but even Jujutsu Kaisen has not had an episode that looked bad. Their art is on,
never disappointed, never
disappoint, and to be me, that's the measuring stick as far as the visuals I'm going to see from anime. So as long as you fall somewhere between, you know what I'm saying, that I feel like you're going to be good. So it's something I'll definitely check out. I'm probably going to go and check out the manga to see if it's something that can catch my interest. But a lot of times I've noticed if the manga doesn't catch your interest, the anime will, and vice versa. If the anime does catch your interest, the manga sometimes will, and then get you back into the anime. So that's one thing that's beautiful about this thing, you know what I'm saying, that we're into, this anime and manga lifestyle.
Well, because it's just how like the dynamic is, you know, because sometimes, I mean, I'm not saying it's all the time, but sometimes the anime, it tells the story slightly differently from the manga and vice versa. Sometimes, you know, the manga will actually have like, the anime will follow the manga directly, you know, but it doesn't hit you the same as how the manga will hit you. You know,
right.
It's like when you read a book, but then like after a while, you just stop feeling like you're reading a book and you're just in that world. Whereas, you know, and it's the same feeling that you get when you watch an anime, and then you stop feeling like you're watching something. You're actually in the world. You're seeing it like first person, like a VR experience. And that's how I feel like, you know, that's what I love about like this thing that we got with anime. It's just, it really, just how they tell the story, it really gets you in it. Versus other shows, some shows do that, you know, but it's a lot harder to do that with like a live action show and be like, yeah, I'm in it. You know, this is, you know, I'm here. Whereas anime, every single show that I've watched, it pulls me in like I'm a part of the world, and it's just beautiful.
Yeah, definitely, man. Anime has been something that's influenced everybody of my generation and under. Whether it's in the music, anime music is some of the most beautiful sounds you'll ever hear in your life, and has influenced everything from producers to artists to clothing designers. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of it's definitely a part of hip hop culture now. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
It goes hand in hand with everything that I do. Most of my every song I do has some type of anime, you know what I'm saying, or comic book reference or something like that in it. So it's never going to stop. That's the reason why we're sitting here doing this with y'all, and why we try to recommend y'all anime and mangas to get into. So it's going to be a very beautiful thing, man. I'm going to love the fact that we're back and we'll be doing this. We're going to get back to doing it either weekly or bi-weekly. We haven't decided yet.
We'll figure something out. We'll get there.
We'll figure something out.
We're gonna
But
try to at least put. I'm assuming we'll try to push maybe weekly, but you know how life hits you hard sometimes. So
yeah, but I think it'll also be interesting that sometimes, we might not have yeah, with
something
anime,
big.
yeah, with anime assembled, it's never going to be the same thing every time. You know what I'm saying? We
True.
might come with some news that we think is good for y'all. I might come with some animes for y'all to watch, or we might have watched something that blew our minds, and we bring other anime fans in for a roundtable to talk about an episode of something that we just saw.
That would be dope. Yeah, dude. Like we don't have like a very like set script. We kind of just go with it, like this is something that needs to be talked about, okay? And we come up and we talk about it because I'm sure if we want to talk about it, any other loving, anime fan will want to talk about it too. It's just how I see it.
Definitely, man. So we look forward to seeing you guys more. But before we go, what we're finna do. Mr. Forsaken.
What I do? Oh wait, this way. There we go.
Yeah. Would you like to recommend an anime for the people right quick?
Not necessarily an anime, but I do have a manga that actually has caught my eye that I've been actually reading for a little bit now. Let me pull it up right quick. It's called
Pull it up.
Okay. So it's called The Strongest Sage of the Disqualified Crest. And this, because I was looking for something to read after a while because I got current on everything that I've been reading up on. And so I just kind of just threw a dart at a board and was like, hey, this is it. I'm going to read it. And it's blown me away this whole time. So the premise of the show is this dude, he's the number one strongest dude in the history of strongest dudes. I cannot explain. Literally, he has killed everything in the terms of anything powerful just because he wants to be known as the strongest. Once he finally beats what's considered the strongest creature in the world, he says, this isn't good enough. I want to be stronger. And so he kills himself and reincarnates himself in the future. So then that way he can start fresh so he can get stronger than he was in his previous life. And it's like, I think it's like we don't know exactly, but it's a couple hundred to 1,000 years in the future of this, of this world. And the dude's like 12 when it first starts. And he's just like the whole world just kind of dumbed down from when he first, when he was, his old life. And he's just like, do you guys really not know how to do this? And he just like flicks his finger and he does something that's like super simple from his past life. And they're just like, oh my God, no way. How'd you do that? And it's just like, it cracks me up every step of the way. Cause it's just like this 12-year-old boy that's just like putting these super buff dudes to shame. Cause they're just like, yeah, we're strong. We got powers, magic and everything. 12-year-old boy pulls up. All right, let me see this. Done. It's like, yo, that did not just happen.
That's nuts.
It's so good. I'm only like 20 chapters in, but it's so hysterical, and the story of it's told so good that it's something that if you want to read something that's really good, I highly recommend it. Especially if you're a big fan of like the fantasy RPG anime kind of shows, like Magi, for instance. It has like a lot of Magi vibes in a sense, just because of the whole magic trip and whatnot. Definitely would check it out. Like, for real, it is. You would not stop laughing. It's so funny.
Yeah, we definitely got to check that out. Give us the name of that one more time. The Strongest Sage of the Disqualified Quest?
Crest, like Crest. Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna write that down so I can check that out. You guys make sure you write that down so you check it out too. Mm-hmm. And man, we can't wait to see you guys soon. Make sure you follow us. Make sure you follow this man, because we actually have an Instagram at Anime Assemble. So make sure you follow that man, and make sure you follow us right here on A Plus Hero Report and at A Plus Opinions everywhere. You can follow me, Mr. Nerd Mix Alpha, at Nerd Mix Alpha. And man, we'll see you soon, because I think we're gonna have some Jujutsu Kaisen and some Attack on Titan to talk about.
Oh, dude, I'm so hyped. Yes, we're gonna have to. Everybody else is gonna have to. They're like, why don't you just talk about it now? Because
Nah,
it's another episode.
we're gonna wait because I do have a couple of guests that I want to bring in, but they got some catching up to do.
Okay.
So I want to bring them on because they're anime lovers, but they're not anime encyclopedias like my man here would be. And I know they're gonna have questions galore about what's going on because we had these conversations. So I'm gonna call them. We're gonna set that up and we're gonna get that going. And we're gonna be back next week with a round table talking about Attack on Titan and Jujutsu Kaisen, among other news as it pops up during.
Of course, it's how it works, bro.
Yeah, definitely. So, man, you want to tell the people goodbye? I'm gonna let you sign us off. You want to tell the people goodbye?
Damn. All right. Thank you everybody for watching. We really appreciate it, of course, and we hope to see you next week. This has been an Anime Assembled podcast episode. We're great to be back, and see you soon.
Definitely. Keep it A+. This has been a Nerd Mix. Indie out.
This is Soniera Lynn, and you are now listening to the Anime Assembled podcast with your host, Indy Uchiha and John Forsaken Power.